It is Friday the 13th in the NBA, and I'm back with my two best picks of the day. Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Colin or Shot. We got a spooky day, Friday the 13th. Let's recap yesterday real quick. A 2-0 day. We love to see that. Quick and easy. James Harden, under 36.5 PRAs. I think he shot, one time in the second half? What are you doing, man? But ends with 24 PRAs. Mikal Bridges, under 13.5 points. No sweat bet. Ends with 7. We love to see that. Hopefully, we help you make some money. If you are new to the Colin or Shot channel, do me a favor. Go down below, hit that red button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are 64, right on the dot, right as I record this, 64 subscribers away from 33,000. So go do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, and then we'll have another NBA, we'll have a parlay giveaway in our next NBA video. Now, sad news, everyone. Tomorrow, no NBA video for us. I hate you guys. That was a lie. There's no NBA games on Saturday, but we'll be back on Sunday with some more best bets. So let's make some money today. Go into Game 7. Maybe we'll get 2 Game 7s on Sunday. We already got one with the Mavs versus Suns. Now today we have the Celtics taking on the Bucks, trying to force a Game 7. Same thing, Grizzlies trying to force a Game 7 versus the Warriors. Both teams on the road, and hopefully they can do it because we love to see Game 7s in the NBA. I'll give you my spread picks and whatnot, but let's talk about it. Now, if you haven't had it, if we've been helping you make some money, consider becoming a COS All-Star. We love our All-Stars out there. Look, you guys are the real MVPs on the channel. Thank you all for supporting us. If you want to become one, click the join button on the channel, the link in the description, or probably I'll put it in the pinned comment as well. The join button's the easiest way. Now, we have our newest, and I'll shout you out in the next video, which shout out to all these new people for becoming All-Stars. We got Corey. We got Bill, we got 1221, we got JK Geology, and we got Tony. Thank you, Tony. Tony was in our weekly live stream last night. He became an all-star then, a live experience. Doesn't get better than that, Tony. Shout out to you. Now, my last note, just a reminder about our PrizePicks partnership. If you don't know what PrizePicks is, it's a great place to place your player prop parlays, and they're giving us an exclusive offer. If you use code COS or the link in the description, you get a 100% deposit match up to $100. You're basically getting a free $100 to throw around on some parlays. Great time. Plus, they have sometimes some advantageable lines, much better than FanDuel's lines. So definitely check it out. Use the link in the description or code COS before you deposit, and you get that deposit match. Definitely check it out. So waste no more time. Let's hop into my best bet of the day. I won't necessarily call it a best bet, but we'll start with the Celtics versus Bucks game. Going Drew Holiday. We're taking his under 21.5 points, minus 120 on Caesars. Now, welcome aboard the Drew Holiday roller coaster because boy, it is a fun one. Now, we've started to hit our stride with Drew Holiday. He used to be a Colin or Shot enemy, slowly becoming an ally as we've cashed 2 straight props for him. Now, if you notice this series, this is why I call it a roller coaster, because Drew Holiday's been over, then under, then over, then under, and then over last game. So here we come down. We're going down on the way. We're going under tonight. Now, like, this is Drew Holiday. This is the NBA playoffs. I think his line's a little bit too high for him. Now, let's talk about Game 5 when he hit the over. We had his over in that game. Scored 24 points. Shot 4 for 7 from the three-point line. 57%. Look, if Drew goes 3 for 7 from 3, he goes under this line with 21 points on the hook. Now, Boston, we know they're fighting for their lives. Down 3-2 on the road. Nothing's going to be easy against that Celtics defense, one of the best in the whole NBA all season long. In the series, we've seen Drew score 25, then 19, 25, then 16, and then 24 points. So like I said, going over then under every single game. Like, he's going to have plenty of field goal attempts volume. There's no way around that. But he hasn't been shooting the ball well. Look at these splits this series. 40%, 35, 36.7, 22.7, and then 35 or 37.5% from the field. The combined 34.5% from the field this series. And so I expect Giannis to continue to do his thing, trying to carry this team into the Eastern Conference Finals against the Miami Heat. Like, Bobby Portis played a big role in last game. He's obviously a guy that's going to shoot more than Brook Lopez will. So I don't think the Celtics are going to say, you know what, we're fine letting Giannis and Drew Holiday beat us. Now, I'd probably lean towards letting guys like Grayson Allen, letting guys like Pat Connaughton beat you, maybe even a George Hill who's been playing some meaningful minutes off the bench. I just don't see them letting Drew Holiday get it done. Plus, Drew Holiday's not been shooting too well this series. So like I said, all aboard, pull down the hatchets, riding the Drew roller coaster tonight. Let's go with his under 21.5 points. 20.5 could be on the hook. You know these lines are sharp, so definitely do whatever you want with it. Now, I really like that Drew prop. Now, if you want my game lean, I don't really have a lot of player prop leans. Don't want to give you a couple. Don't really like that Celtics-Bucks game a whole lot, but I like the Celtics money line if I had to play it. Plus 105 right now. Personally, I'm rooting for the Bucks. I love the Bucks. I love Giannis. I love rooting for him. Just at the end of the day, I just have a feeling. I mean, we've been talking ever since this series started. I've been talking about. I think this series is going 7 games. They're going to see a lot of alternating between wins and losses, and that's exactly what we've seen so far in this series. We've seen guys go under, or we've seen the Bucks win, then the Celtics win. Bucks win, Celtics win. Bounce back, bounce back, bounce back. That's what we've seen all series long. No reason for me to think it doesn't stop now. I would love to see a Game 7 between these two teams. All the games have really been really good, except for maybe like games 1 and 2, but the last couple have been just absolute classics. So I'm leading the Celtics. If they don't win, I'm not even mad because I kind of want the Bucks to win. But let's move on to the second game where I have a couple more leans. We're talking Warriors-Grizzlies. Warriors back at home. They need this win because it's a game 6. They don't want to go to a game 7 in Memphis. We're going Draymond Green. We're taking us over 6.5 assists, minus 120 on FanDuel. If you guys know me, we have not, and you've been watching the videos, not a lot of playoff overs for me. And honestly, when it's all said and done, I'm going to go back and track, how we did on overs versus unders in the playoffs. So I'll give you those numbers maybe at the start of the NBA playoff or finals, but it's a rare one for me. Now, we talk about Draymond's performance. Let's kind of look at his numbers. Now, so far this series, 3, then 7, then 8, then 5, and 5 assists. Going under in 3 of 5, only over in 2 of 5 games. So surface level, you're like, well, we don't love that. I mean, we'd want him to go over today. Let's talk about game 1. He played 17 minutes. I'm throwing that game out the bag. Look, if you're going to play 17 minutes, he's not hitting this over 6.5 assists. If he does, we'll do a victory lap on Sunday's more video since we obviously don't have one tomorrow. Now we look at games 4 and 5 when he's gone under also in this series. Game 5, he had 5 assists on 19. You heard that right, 19 potential assists. He had a ton of potential assists. That was the game the Warriors started off 0 for 15 from the three-point line. They couldn't buy a bucket. And obviously Draymond's not going to get any assists if the guys aren't knocking down shots. Then we saw in game 5, they got boat raced. He only played 22 minutes, still had 5 assists. So I think if he would have played his normal 33, 36 minutes, probably would have hit this prop and cashed this over 6.5 assists. So I think he gets back into the groove today. The Warriors are back at home. Their players should be able to knock down more shots. We usually Stephen Curry have a pretty good night. Klay Thompson's kind of kicked it back into rhythm, sort of. And I just think Draymond's going to have to rally the troops here. They're going to absolutely need to win this game. The Grizzlies or the Warriors do not, and I mean they do not want to go back to Memphis for a game 7. I don't see it happening today. I think they get it done, whether it's a close or maybe a blowout. I don't see it being a blowout. I think this Grizzlies team is a little bit more fight in them, but still, I really like Draymond Green to go over that 6.5 assist number, maybe even getting a triple-double. Who's to say? The points probably be the hardest part, but maybe a double-double for Draymond Green, maybe 10-plus assists sprinkle. I think he gets it done. I think you've seen the sports books. Why they continue to set his line at 6.5 after he's gone under? That's been the line the last 2 games, 6.5. It's gone easily under in both of them. Still setting it juiced on the over. I think it's a pretty good indicator. We're taking Draymond Green over 6.5 assists. Rare playoff over for me, but we'll be riding with Mr. Draymond Green. Another call on a shot nemesis, if you'd argue. He's really not treated us nicely, but it's the playoffs. We have faith in you, Draymond. Now, let's talk about a couple leans. I had a bunch of leans for unders in the Grizzlies side. I like Desmond Bane's under 26.5 PRAs. I liked his points under at regular, but moral of the story, the guy's not getting a lot of rebounds and assists either, so you kind of get a little bit of an edge there. We know the Warriors are a very tough team at guarding opposing shooting guards and small forwards, and besides game 5, when Desmond Bane finally showed up, he had very few rebounds and assists. He had 21 points. I just don't see it happening today on the road. He has played better on the road, but this is a little bit different. This is playoff basketball. It's a little easier to play on the road in the NBA regular season than it is in the postseason. So Desmond Bane under 26.5 PRAs. If I had to bet a player prop for the Grizzlies, this would be it. But it's a key emphasis on a lean. I don't really want to bet one on the Grizzlies, but if you had to, this would be it. Tyus Jones, an interesting one. Jaren Jackson Jr., interesting one. Dylan Brooks. Don't mind any of those guys unders. I think the Warriors come out and try to dominate them in this one, but props to the Grizzlies. Been fighting back. They had a dominant showing in game 5. I think they come back with a little bit of juice in game 6. I just think the Warriors get it done, and Desmond Bane goes under that 26.5 PRAs line. But that's my only player prop for that one officially. It's going to be Draymond over 6.5 assists. Now, if you want my game pick, I lean the Warriors -8, but when I look at this line, it would not surprise me if we see maybe the Grizzlies cover and the Warriors win. Now, I believe, where was the stat? I saw a stat that what the Grizzlies have led this series for 100, double what the Warriors have led in this series, but the Warriors have been clutching up at the end of games and winning them when it matters the most. I lean the Warriors to come out and put in a statement. They can't go to game 7. This is a must win. You don't go to a game 7 on the road and win those all too often. So I think the Warriors come here and win it. I think the 8 points is a lot. Maybe they get it done. Maybe the Bucks are trying to beg you to take the Grizzlies like they kind of did in that 40-point blowout victory in which the Warriors blew out the Grizzlies by what? I think they scored 140 points that night. I don't necessarily think we see that, although I wouldn't be mad because that likely means Draymond gets 7+ assists. But I really like the Draymond Green over. So I'd lean the Warriors -8. I think they might lose the cover, but may probably win outright. At least that's my statement of the day. But my 2 official plays, going for another 2-0 sweep. We're going Jrue Holiday under 21.5 points. We're going Draymond Green over 6.5 assists. Those are my 2 plays. Let me know your favorite plays down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Let's hit 33K today. I appreciate you guys as always for tuning in. And as always, use that PrizePicks link if you are new. We would really appreciate it. Another way to support the Chall on our channel. Helps me pay for this home too if you use those links. Appreciate you guys as always. Let's get after it. We'll have some decorations soon, one of these days. I'll see you guys on Sunday morning for NBA. You'll still get our daily MLB videos as always. So see you guys Sunday for some more NBA. Let's get after it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.